This is Dan Tidor, OSPI STEM Program Supervisor. Thank you for joining the webinar. We will be covering the program reapproval process and what the preview window looks like, and we'll be getting into what the submission window looks like as well. Hopefully this webinar will be able to provide some clarity and answer some questions you have about the program reapproval system. So the first question that comes up is, what is program reapproval? Program reapproval was developed between a partnership of WACTA, Provisionos WAVA, and OSPI, and it was a committee that was developed to ensure that local districts were maintaining state-approved SIP codes and courses locally and minimizing the amount of work for CTE directors and administrators. While we notice there's a lot of work this year, but it has definitely cleaned up the system and will be a lot easier for future use. The program reapproval process allows districts to continue to offer state-approved courses without having to upload new frameworks every reapproval cycle. Frameworks are to be updated by districts as standards are to be kept updated locally. Frameworks are really a great tool for teachers to assess what's actually being taught in the course. It's a recommendation that the frameworks are a working document that teachers take a look at quite often and utilize it to reflect what is best being taught in the course. A user guide was sent out in January, so if you did not receive that user guide, please send me an email. You can see that posted here on this slide. The preview window, which is open from January 1st to the 31st of 2018, and then the submission window, which is open February 1st to March 31st, 2018. We will again have multiple Zoom sessions like we did for the preview window, but we'll have this webinar posted. If you have questions about a specific course in a program area, here is the list of OSPI CTE Program Supervisors with Skilled and Technical Sciences, STEM, Agriculture, Family and Consumer Sciences, Health Sciences, Business and Marketing, and then our CTE Executive Director, Rebecca Wallace. Let's talk about the preview window. The preview window, again, was open January 1st through 31st, and it is a window for school districts to review and validate all courses that are currently approved in the program application area prior to the program reapproval submission window. Reminder that this is a view-only window, so that means no changes can be made in the program reapproval system during that preview window. Courses needed to be fixed to pull into the program reapproval system, and these needed to be sent to OSPI by January 15th, 2018. We want all these courses to be pulled into program reapproval if possible, so please connect with the program supervisor as soon as possible. Starting February 1st, courses that are not in program reapproval require a new course application. These courses need to be approved before being claimed for CTE funding. Once you log into EDS, you will go to the Career and Technical Education application. If you do not have access to EDS, please contact what's called either your district security manager, a district business manager, which would have access and be able to give you access to EDS and this Career and Technical Education application. Once you get there, you will go to the submissions window up at the top. Once you click the submissions window, you'll see this page right here. You will notice that the program reapproval is on the left-hand side. This is where districts go during preview and submission windows to access the program reapproval system. Once you get there, this is what the preview window looks like. I would like to bring your attention to the blue banner up at the top, noticing that the program review application is in preview mode. I would like to bring your attention to the center of the screen. The program areas are listed: Family and Consumer Sciences, Agriculture, Education and Science, Business and Marketing, Health Science, STEM, and then Skilled and Technical Sciences. So the question is, what needs to be done during the preview window, which again is January 1st through the 31st. You will need to ensure that approved applications and courses show in the program reapproval. If you see that an application or course is not there, this should have been sent to OSPI with those fixes by January 15th to allow time for processing. Please contact that appropriate program supervisor if you are not able to meet this requirement. Our goal is to really have all courses approved in preparation for the opening of the program reapproval submission window on February 1st. You will need to look at each course and check for correctness. Notice that each course is listed line by line. There are some things that you will be able to change during the submission window, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So here I took a screenshot of a single course just to show you that each individual course is listed on a separate line, and you would need to be sure to check each line for errors. Notice that the program area is still listed at the top, and then the individual course is listed on an individual line. Reminder that there will be some things that you have to check for line by line, which are these items here. Take notice of the application number and ensure it aligns with the local course name. In some cases, a course may be listed multiple times under different application numbers. There is no required action during the preview window, as you will make the corrections during the submission window. The course application number refers to the application it was originally approved under. This needs to align to the EDS course approval application. So in the case of duplications, you will want to note the correct applications and their numbers to select during the submission window. We'll talk about credit equivalency type and credit equivalency subject, but you will note that these have already defaulted to none. However, there is no action to take during the preview window. Please make a list of courses that you will need to edit starting February 1st. Let's talk about the submission window, which is February 1st through March 31st. The window is for school districts to make course changes, upload advisory committee minutes, upload extended leadership documents, and assure program standards. All programs will be reviewed in 2018 and will need to be approved by OSPI. In 2019, programs align to the new 5-year program reapproval cycle. We have this available on the OSPI CTE website. So we are taking a look at what the submission window looks like. So first you would log into the EDS system, go through the CTE application, program reapproval, and you would notice the same exact screen that you brought up before in the preview window. But do notice that the pencil icons are the edit button, and those are pencils that are the edit button for each individual course. Also take notice that the submission boxes have shown up. This is where you will upload your required documents. So what changes can you make during submission window? So if you're looking at an individual course and you want to amend some of the items in that course, here's what you can change during program reapproval submission window. You can change the local course name. You can check or uncheck if it's still offered. You can add or delete career and technical student organizations, CTSOs, or leadership equivalencies. Remember that one is required for each of these courses. And then you can also change the credit equivalency type and the credit equivalency subject. If there's any other changes besides these 5 options, this would require a new course approval. So if there is a change in hours of a course, if there's a change in the delivery of method for a course, such as it went from the middle school to the high school or vice versa, that would require a new course application. If a course is not captured in program reapproval process, the course will need to be submitted in the course application system as a new course, and it will need to achieve approval by OSPI before claiming the course for CTE funding. So let's take a look at how to edit a course. So reminder, in the submission window starting in February, so you can see that I took a screenshot here, and first thing you would do if you wanted to edit a course is you would click on the edit, also known as the pencil icon, for an individual course. If you look at the snapshot below, you'll notice that the boxes will appear around items that are able to be changed, and the pencil will turn to a green check mark. Once you have gotten there, you will make whatever changes you need to that course. And then once those changes are made, you're going to click the Save button. It's that green check mark where the pencil was located. And then once the save is done, the entire course will highlight in blue. This should really all be checked by your program and ensure that the application number, course name, zip code, delivery method, so on and so forth are all correct. So what to do if a course shows up multiple times? We found this issue because it was listed in sequence of courses and the multiple courses tab. First, you would need to determine the correct original application number the course was approved under, then uncheck the duplicates in the still offered column, eliminating all duplications. So what that would look like, you would edit the course line for a duplicate course, you would uncheck the still offered column, and then you would hit the save button. And then what will happen is this will turn the still offered from a yes to a no. These courses will still be visible to you, but they will say no and no longer offered. So the question is what to do with a credit equivalency. This section must be edited line by line and defaults to none, as districts must select equivalency at the course level. There was no way for our systems to communicate and bring over course equivalencies that were listed in our previous system to this program reapproval system. So if a course gets anything other than career and technical education credit, here's what you will need to do. You need to select the course edit button, and then you will select the course credit equivalency type, which is either local or state. If the course does not have an equivalency, you can just leave it as none. For courses that do have an equivalency, please select that credit equivalency subject. The example for that would be Algebra 1, Biology, Lab Science, etc. There are 19 offerings listed on the credit equivalency subject. However, if one of your credit subjects is not listed, there is an option. Some required uploads for the submission window only. It's a reminder that we will be requiring advisory committee minutes. This is where you will upload current advisory committee minutes. Those advisory committee minutes must show course and program approval. They must demonstrate how the advisory committee reviewed employment projection data locally, regionally, statewide, or established other demand-related factors that substantiate the offering of the course. Either single upload with all program minutes, or you can do individual program minutes as well. And then you also have the option of having a general advisory committee upload, or you can do program-specific advisory committees where appropriate. For the leadership document section, this is where you will upload career and technical student organization proof of membership, or you will have a leadership equivalency. Reminder that each course can have multiple leadership options checked since it relates to a SIP code. So if you have a CTSO marked for individual SIP code, you would need to upload our proof of membership to the career and technical student organization. If you have checked a leadership equivalency, you will need to upload the annual program of work for each leadership equivalency, and those are relevant to each course. So I'll give you a couple different examples. If you mark FFA and FBLA as CTSOs anywhere in the program, we would expect to see an FFA and FBLA upload in the leadership document section. If you marked leadership equivalency and you have one leadership equivalency for multiple SIP codes, we would only expect to see one leadership equivalency as long as it aligned to the course. Where there may be multiple leadership equivalencies is if the leadership equivalencies do not align to all courses. Another example, if you have a American Sign Language club, which relates to your American Sign Language course, but you have it uploaded as your leadership equivalency for your engineering class, those don't align, and the leadership equivalency would not be accepted for that SIP code. There is also a miscellaneous document section. This is an area where some programs, such as health sciences, require nursing commission documents, and this is where you would upload those documents. The CTE Program Standards Assurances, you must scroll through the entire assurances for the checkbox to appear, and then you need to check the box that's listed at the bottom. The Program Review History. Any save changes that happen to your program will be recorded in the Program Review History. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the screen, you'll notice the section Program Review History. You'll see the Program Review History here. There is a comment section, so to record comments for communication between OSPI and the program, you would enter in the comment and then click comment to record that comment. Notice the comment button here. You would also need to enter in program review contact. It needs to be 2 separate program contacts, and then once all information is correct, you would click the submit button at the bottom of the page, which you can see here, and that will submit your program to OSPI for review. Here's the items we will be looking at. Things I have mentioned before, like the local course name, all the way to the credit equivalency subject, the advisory committee minutes, extended learning. We'll be looking for miscellaneous documents if they're required, and then we'll also be looking for the program contacts. If further information is required, program supervisors will set the application to resubmit and will include the next steps in the comment box. The timeline. OSPI will provide initial review of the program application within 45 days. The program reapproval system will no longer accept submissions on March 31st after 4:00 p.m. However, districts that submit prior to this lock date will have the opportunity to provide any necessary corrections and resubmit applications that met the initial deadline. So this is really crucial to get your program approval in by March 31st. So the question is, what if new courses are established after the program reapproval window? Districts will submit a new course application, which will include an up-to-date framework. These courses will not show up under program reapproval until the next scheduled date the specific program is set to be reviewed. However, districts will still be required to file both program approval signature page and the proof of course approval signature page. Reminder that new courses, the applications are still due April 15th. New courses are not required to be in program reapproval, but really our goal is to get all of them in program reapproval. Reminder that OSPI will be looking at frameworks when we come out for consolidated program reviews, and we will also always provide technical assistance in development and maintenance of frameworks. If a course is not in the program reapproval system, and it will be offered in 2018 and 19, a new course application must be created, and it must achieve approval prior to course being claimed in 2018 and 19. OSPI will work with districts to achieve approval for all CTE courses in the case of newly established courses or changes in staffing. We really want to ensure that communication is key in providing the best technical assistance possible. If there's questions about the program reapproval system, please contact me, Dan Tidor. You can see that my email is listed and my phone number, 360-725-4467. Or you can also contact Rebecca Wallace. Her email is listed. Her direct phone number is 360-725-6243. If there's questions about courses, again, here's the list of program supervisors. You'll see skilled and technical sciences, STEM, agriculture, family and consumer sciences, health sciences, business and marketing, and then our CTE executive director. Thank you for your time.